Hello everybody, how are you guys doing this fine day? My name is Dakota and I'm here with you guys to show you what I'm going to be reading for the month of August. So the month of August is my last month before I go off to college, so I'm trying to whittle down my TBR to be as small as possible so I don't have as many books waiting for me back home because I won't be able to take a lot with me to college since dorm rooms are pretty small. So my TBR for this month is full of big books, and that's also because I am participating in the Tome Topple Readathon, which I will get to later on in this video, and I will tell you guys all about that. For the month of August, the first book I plan on reading is The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. This is the second book in the Wrath and the Dawn duology, I think it's called. I read the first book, The Wrath and the Dawn, last month and I absolutely loved it. I think it was tied for my favorite book of the month with the Tales from the Shadowhunters Academy. It was really good. And I immediately went out and picked this up, and this is just the dust jacket. The actual book is on my bed and I'm too lazy to go get it, but I found out that this is an autographed copy, so that's cool. I did not know it was an autographed copy when I picked it up, and then I got it home and I saw a little sticker on front. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I paid like the normal amount for this book and I got an autographed copy, so that was awesome. That just made my day. And then I also plan on reading The Short History of Boston, which I have already started. I am about 18 pages into this, and I'm reading this because I'm going to Boston for school, and this was also written by one of the professors at the school I'm going to, so figured why not read it. Plus it's really short and I get to know more about where I will be for the next 4 months until I come back for Christmas break, so that's cool. And then I have The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han. I picked up the 3-in-1 edition a couple years ago at Target because it was $12, and I'm not entirely sure why because I'm not a huge contemporary reader, but I think it was because I was just getting back into reading and I found this and it was $12 and I was just kind of buying everything I could get my hands on. But I have already read the first book, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it was enjoyable, so I am going to be continuing on with this series. And even if I didn't really enjoy it, I probably would have anyway, considering I have the second and the third book already, so I mean, might as well read them. Now we are getting into my TBR for the Tome Topple Readathon. The Tome Topple Readathon takes place from August 4th to the 17th, I'm pretty sure. I think it starts and ends at midnight in your time zone. And the point of the Tome Topple Readathon is to just read as many tomes as possible. And a tome is a book that is over 500 pages. So I have quite a few of those and I want to try to get through as many of those as possible. And this also comes with a set of 5 challenges, which I will tell you as I go through my TBR. So the first challenge is to read more than 1 tome. So with my stack of books I have sitting next to me, which is quite intimidating, I will be reading more than 1 tome. Second challenge is to read an adult novel. I have 2 options for this. The first one is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, and I'm pretty sure that everyone knows what this book is about, so I'm not going to explain it to you guys. And the second option I have for that book is We Are Not Ourselves by Matthew Thomas. I bought this book a couple years ago. I found out about it through Misha Collins, who is an actor on Supernatural, and I loved him and he was raving about this book, so I figured I'll pick it up. But I have not gotten around to reading it because it is kind of intimidating. It's like 620 pages, I think, and it doesn't look like that big because the pages are quite fine, but it is over 600 pages, and it's quite a intense novel because it is fiction, but the situations in it are very real. Our main character is the daughter of Irish immigrants, and she wants to get away from the struggles in her daily life growing up the daughter of immigrants. So she marries a man, and then she pushes him to get a higher status job, and he does that with reluctance, and then it causes issues within their marriage, and darkness kind of creeps into their life, and they try to hold on to the marriage that they have through all the turmoil. So it is kind of intense, but I am excited to read it because I've been wanting to for a really long time. I just haven't had the determination to push myself through it, but I feel like this would be a great time to do it. This one is 620 pages, and then my copy of Game of Thrones is, without the appendix, it is 807 pages, and then with the appendix, it is 835. So those are the first two books I have for the Tome Topple Readathon. The third challenge is to read a tome that is part of a series, and for that challenge I have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I'm only a couple books behind now on the Shadowhunters Chronicles. I have Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows to read, and so I figured I own this, I should read it. And I'm really looking forward to this one because I've had it for a while. I bought it. When I bought it, I hadn't even finished the Mortal Instruments, but it came out and I'm like, I've got to buy it, even though I don't even know if I'll like the rest of her books, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. So this book is 669 pages, and then it also has like a little bonus story, a long conversation in the back of it, and I'm not entirely sure how long that is, but it is over 500 pages, so it does count as a tome. The fourth challenge is to read a graphic novel, and like this one can include bind-ups because graphic novels tend to be shorter than normal books. But for this one I am sort of cheating because the graphic novel I have is not 500 pages. It is only 470, but the point of me taking part in this readathon is to cut down my TBR, so I'm going to use it anyway, even though it is technically cheating. That is Vinland Saga Volume 1 by Makoto Yukimura, I think is how you pronounce his name. But yeah, this is a Viking manga. It's about our main character, Thorfinn, whose village was attacked by Vikings, and then he was raised by those Vikings, but he wants to kill the leader and then get to the land, the free land, or kind of like the promised land called Vinland, to like escape all of this and to escape the people who killed his family and his father especially. And I've heard good things about this one. Obviously I haven't read any of it yet, but I have heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to read this. And the artwork looks pretty cool, so yeah. Vinland Saga, graphic novel, technically cheating, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Challenge number 5 is to buddy read a book, but I don't know anyone taking place in this readathon, so if any of you guys watching this see any of these books and you feel like buddy reading one of them with me, that is cool with me, just let me know. And then I also have a 5th book that I kind of want to get to, possibly, if I get through all these, which is highly unlikely, but you never know. Always good to have backups. But that is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I've had this for a while. I read her Twilight series, because I'm pretty sure everyone's read the Twilight series, and I've seen the movie of this, but I've never read the book, and it is quite long. It is 619 pages, so all of these books, except for the manga one, are over 500 pages. And I also want to finish a ebook that I started a couple months ago. It is called The Scourge of Mirwood by Jeff Wheeler. Jeff Wheeler, that's who it is. And I haven't gotten around to reading it. I don't tend to read a lot of ebooks, but I have been enjoying this series, so I hope to finish that one this month. So here is my ridiculously ambitious, I'm doing it. Here's my ridiculously ambitious August TBR. Granted, I am already one book into it, so head start. Go me. But yeah, so we will see how that ends up going for me this month. But thank you guys all so much for watching, and let me know what book you guys are most excited for to read in the month of August. For me, I think it's a tie between Lady Midnight and The Rose and the Dagger. Really looking forward to both of those. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye!